Well, we got a little bit of rain last night, not a lot of it, but you can see the grass is starting to come in on that hill a little bit. This one's coming in pretty thick, a little bit along the edges. Obviously the pond is still full, and right now it is overflowing. Doesn't look like a lot here, but to get down here, it's moving. So you got the plastic down to try to control it, keep it off the levee. Then I had extra, so I took it down a little farther here. I got to dig that ditch underneath once it stops flowing a little bit deeper, but like right there, and get it down to this point, then make the rest of this a little bit deeper and get it to come down this way, and get it off the property so that hopefully that area back there can dry up a little bit, because right now it is soaked and saturated from all the water coming from that direction. So hopefully this will help dry it out a little bit, because it'll give it one concentrated direction. So tried to follow the contour of the ground a little bit, which would weave it back and forth so that it also helps slow it down. By the time it gets down here, it's moving a little bit slower. And that's eventually it'll weave its way down, and I got to get that last little bit under control so that it can continue on to the culvert down here. Because right now it's just free spreading out this bottom area. And then once it gets to the culvert, then it leaves the property. So, but almost there, home stretch. A little bit more. This area can probably turn out pretty nice if I can just get this water under control. But anyways, that's man, what I've got so far. My back is killing me after digging that this morning. Tried to use a trencher a couple weeks ago, and that did not go very well. Because everything's so muddy, it ended up getting stuck, and I had to get a buddy of mine to help me pull it out with a Jeep, because there was no way that it was coming out on its own. And then some of this stuff over here, because it's so saturated, you can step in it and go a foot down in mud. Thinned out some of those bigger trees right there. Still got to take that one down, and the sun, because that's south facing, well, technically that's south facing, so the sun comes east, goes west, summertime a little bit higher. But if the garden is going to go right here where we want it to, then I need that tree down, definitely those two down, maybe some of these smaller ones, so I can get maximum sunlight inside there and extend my daylight hours. But yeah, it's just good to see that the water's finally going in one direction instead of all over the place, and hopefully that dries out. I think I put some bentonite clay last week on the pond, and I think it slowed down the leaching through the pond, or through the dam, that was happening, because the dam is completely soaked. If you try walking on it, you can feel the water just seeping out of it. So I think that's where a lot of this is coming from right now. And the bentonite, I think, helped slow it down a little bit, but it didn't resolve the problem completely. So if I cut another swell that comes down from here and I tie it into this one, then hopefully I can catch that seepage and direct it into this and get it off here, so that this area can dry up a little bit and we can actually get some grass on it and some usage out of it without completely soaking the plants. But yeah, that's where we're at today. If that pond stays full, for the majority of the year, and we just get little rains here or there, this swell will flow pretty consistently. So I'm gonna have to figure out something a little bit more permanent, whether or not I tile it or try to run plastic and put gravel over the top of it and turn it into like a little stream looking thing or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. That's it's down the road. And that little cutaway right there needs to be, for the spillway, definitely needs to be made permanent, because that plastic's not going to hold up forever. But anyways, just showing y'all what progress we got so far. And I got to get back to raking and try to get some more of this grass planted. And yeah, it's just constantly some work to do. And I feel like spring's coming up too quickly here. Fruit trees, I don't know if I've already said this, but they're going to be planted along this section up here. I've already planted some hazelnut trees up there. I don't know if you can see them with the markers. Yep, back that way. So we got a few of them in the ground. And then we've got a bunch of apple trees, like 5 apples, 5 different species of peaches, 1 species of pear, some pecans, some pawpaws. Never had a pawpaw, but I'm gonna try it out. It's supposed to be native to the North American region, and it's supposed to have a citrusy banana mango kind of flavor. So we'll see how that goes. And what else is there? Peaches. Oh, cherries, and we got some cherries too. But yeah, that's where we're at. So all right, I'm gonna get back to work. Love y'all.